Hello and welcome to the Luv Doc podcast with hosts Waldo Wachewski and Ophelia Brewski.
All right, so we're diving into some real Austin relationship drama today.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, right. We've got this letter to the Luv Doc in the Austin Chronicle.
Of course.
Published on Valentine's Day 2025.
Ironically enough.
Yeah, exactly. And the letter writer is dealing with a husband who seems to have completely forgotten what February 14th is all about.
Classic.
So can we help her, crack this relationship code?
We can try.
And maybe even learn a little bit about Austin culture along the way.
Absolutely. Let's unravel this Valentine's Day mystery together.
Okay, I'm into it.
This situation, while specific to this couple, actually highlights a universal truth.
Okay, what's that?
Relationships thrive on communication and shared expectations.
That's true.
Right.
So it's fascinating how this simple letter to an advice column can open up all these bigger questions.
Totally.
It seems like the heart of the matter is her husband's recurring Valentine's Day amnesia.
Oh, he forgot.
Yeah, he hasn't remembered since 2021.
Oh, wow.
Which, for those not in the know, was the year Austin got hit with that crazy snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
True test of Texan resilience.
Yeah, it's fascinating how that event actually plays a role in this story.
Yeah, it's like their last memorable Valentine's Day took place right before that freeze hit.
Oh, wow.
And they had shared a simple home slice pizza.
Ooh, home slice.
On what she calls their last warm night.
Oh, that's nice.
Such an Austin classic.
Right.
It's amazing how a specific place can become so intertwined with a relationship's history.
Yeah, I love that.
But, okay, back to the dilemma at hand.
Okay.
Our letter writer has cooked up a pretty audacious plan.
Oh, really?
She's hoping her husband will recognize himself in her published letter to the Luv Doc.
Ooh, that's risky.
Yeah.
It's a gamble for sure.
Definitely.
This approach could be seen as a form of passive-aggressive communication.
Okay.
You're hoping the other person will pick up on a message without you having to directly express it. So, imagine trying to communicate an important message to someone by, writing it on a billboard. They might drive past, hoping they'll make the connection.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of what's happening here.
Okay, that billboard analogy really brings it home.
Right.
I could see how that could backfire spectacularly.
Big time.
But wouldn't this also depend on how many people actually read the Luv Doc?
That's true.
Is his advice column really reaching thousands of Austinites?
That's a really insightful question.
Well,
It touches on the role local media plays in a community. Even niche publications like the Austin Chronicle with its iconic Luv Doc column
yeah.
contribute to a shared dialogue.
Right.
Think of it as a pulse check on the heart and humor of the city.
So true.
Yeah.
Speaking of humor, the Luv Doc's response is classic Austin.
What do you say?
It's this mix of wit and down-to-earth wisdom.
Okay.
He doesn't sugarcoat things.
No.
He's skeptical. The husband will even see the letter in time, let alone recognize himself among the sea of potentially forgetful husbands out there.
Right. All the other guys who forgot Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
It's almost as if the Luv Doc is hinting at this unspoken societal pressure men often face around Valentine's Day.
Oh, interesting.
This expectation to be the ultimate romantic planner, to orchestrate this flawless evening.
I see.
It can feel pretty daunting.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And he even paints this hilarious picture of the last-minute scramble.
What's that?
The frantic H.E. flower raid after work on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
I can practically see those picked-over carnations and wilting roses.
Oh, totally.
Sad-looking.
Yeah, that image of hammered dregs in the floral department really captures it.
Yeah, hammered dregs. What a phrase.
And it's funny,
Yeah?
but it also speaks to something deeper, don't you think?
Like what?
This cultural phenomenon of last-minute gift-giving.
Oh, okay.
This idea that a grand gesture can somehow make up for a lack of day-to-day thoughtfulness. It's almost like we're trying to cram a year's worth of romance into a single day.
Right, Valentine's Day. It's so much pressure.
It is.
But okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Yep.
The Luv Doc brings up something really interesting.
Okay, what's that?
He mentions home slice pizza.
Again?
Yeah. And the couple's 2021 Snowmageddon Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
Remember that was their last one before the freeze hit?
Oh, right.
The last good one they had.
Right. This detail about Snowmageddon is crucial.
Okay, why?
It reminds us how powerful shared memories can be in a relationship,
Okay.
especially those linked to intense or unique experiences.
Right.
That simple pizza night huddled together in the face of an historic storm.
Yeah.
Probably created a lasting memory for them.
Right. And maybe that's why her husband hasn't been able to replicate the magic of Valentine's Day since then.
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
It's like the Luv Doc suggests.
Okay.
Maybe he can't top that pizza night and feels paralyzed by the pressure to outdo himself.
It's a fascinating theory.
What if it's not simply forgetfulness,
Yeah.
but a subconscious avoidance of a memory that's become a high watermark?
It adds a whole new layer to the story.
Right.
That's what's so great about the Luv Doc.
What's...
He picks up on these subtle nuances.
Yeah.
He's not just offering advice. He's actually trying to understand the underlying dynamics of this relationship.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's this hilarious tangent about the impossibility of getting a table at Home Slice on Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that.
He even compares it to passing common sense gun control legislation.
Classic Luv Doc.
Classic Austin satire.
Yeah, he's using a very local experience, this beloved pizza place,
Yeah.
to make a broader point about political gridlock.
Right.
It's sharp, it's witty,
Definitely.
and it definitely makes you think.
It does.
But I wonder if there's something more to this home slice obsession.
Now you've really got me intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, think about it. Home slice during Snowmageddon becomes this haven, like a warm, familiar space in the midst of all that chaos.
Oh, wow.
It's not just about the food.
Right.
It's about that shared experience.
Okay.
That feeling of connection and resilience they found together.
Wow, that's a really powerful insight.
Yeah.
So maybe the husband's inability to top that night isn't about the pizza at all.
Right.
Maybe it's about the emotional weight that memory carries.
Precisely. He might feel like any attempt at a grand Valentine's Day gesture is just going to pale in comparison to that, like, organically perfect moment.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm starting to see the Luv Doc's genius.
Yeah.
Like his seemingly off-the-wall humor actually reveals these deeper layers of the relationship.
That's the beauty of his writing.
Yeah.
He uses humor to disarm and entertain,
Yeah.
but there's always a sharp intelligence at play.
Speaking of sharp, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the controversial tech CEO in the advice column.
Oh, boy.
The Luv Doc's comment about Elon Musk being a Nazi is pretty bold,
Yeah, it is.
even for him.
Yeah. It's definitely a provocative statement, and it's designed to elicit a reaction.
Sure.
But remember, the Luv Doc is a master of satire.
Okay.
He's using hyperbole to make a larger point.
So it's not necessarily about endorsing the label itself,
Right.
but rather using it to spark a conversation.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
way of highlighting the complexities of family ties and social responsibility.
Hmm.
Like if someone close to us holds views we find reprehensible,
Right.
how do we navigate that?
A good question.
Do we distance ourselves? Do we try to engage in dialogue? It's a thorny issue.
For sure.
And then he takes it a step further by saying that taking a date to the kitchen,
Which is owned by Elon's brother Kimball.
right, is worse than forgetting Valentine's Day altogether.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong stance.
It is, and it raises some interesting questions.
Like what?
Is it fair to judge someone based on their family connections? Where does personal responsibility begin and end? The Luv Doc isn't providing easy answers here.
No, he's not.
He's prompting us to think critically about these issues.
So, I'm starting to realize that this advice column is less about solving the letter writer's immediate problem
Okay.
and more about provoking this deeper reflection
And what?
on these societal and relationship dilemmas.
That's a great observation. It's like he's using this seemingly lighthearted Valentine's Day conundrum
Yeah.
as a springboard to explore these bigger questions
Bottom
about
up.
communication expectations and how we navigate relationships in a complex world.
And let's be honest, even if the husband does see the letter,
Yeah.
it's probably too late for him to do anything about it.
Probably.
As the Luv Doc points out, her options are pretty limited at this point.
Right.
But what I find really interesting is his final piece of advice.
Okay, what is it?
Why does the husband have to be the Valentine's Day planner?
Now that's a brilliant twist.
Right.
He's challenging the traditional gender roles we often associate with romance.
Right.
Like, why do we assume it's always the man's responsibility to plan these grand gestures? Why can't it be a shared effort?
Or even flipped entirely.
Exactly.
What if the letter writer took charge and planned something special for her husband?
Exactly. The Luv Doc is encouraging her to break free from those limiting expectations.
I see.
And create a Valentine's Day experience that reflects their unique dynamic as a couple.
This entire deep dive has been such a revelation.
I know, me too.
Holy crap. You're psychotically obsessed with the Luv Doc, but can't think of a flashy gauche way to share your obsession with the world? Stop thinking and make a beeline for the Luv Doc's home sweet home on the interwebs, thepleasurecraft.com, where you can find a veritable treasure trove of sick merch that will make even your coolest friends super gel. Honestly, I don't know why you didn't already think of this yourself, but you're welcome. Have fun on the Pleasure Craft. It was made just for you. Let me spell it out for you one more time. www.thepleasurecraft.com.
We started with a simple Valentine's Day dilemma.
Yeah.
And ended up exploring the nuances of Austin culture,
Right.
the complexities of communication, and even the ethics of family ties.
It's amazing what you can uncover when you really dig beneath the surface of something as seemingly mundane as an advice column.
But there's still one piece of the puzzle that I can't quite shake.
What's that?
That Snowmageddon pizza night.
Oh.
I keep coming back to it.
Me too. It feels so central to this whole story, but I can't quite put my finger on why.
What if we're looking at it from the wrong angle?
Okay, explain.
We've been focusing on the husband's potential anxieties about topping that night. But what about the letter writer's perspective?
Oh.
What did that night mean for her?
Ooh, that's a great point. We haven't really considered her side of the story.
What if that Snowmageddon pizza wasn't just about the pizza itself,
Yeah.
but about the feeling of safety, of togetherness, of resilience
Yeah.
that they found in each other during that crazy storm?
Exactly. Snowmageddon was a traumatic experience for many Austinites.
Right.
People were facing real hardship, a sense of vulnerability.
Of course.
What if for her, that shared experience forged a bond that subsequent Valentine's Days just haven't been able to replicate?
That changes everything.
Right.
It's not just about wanting a romantic gesture.
Yeah.
It's about yearning for a return to that profound sense of connection.
Okay.
That feeling of being in it together no matter what life throws their way,
And perhaps that's what she's trying to communicate to her husband.
even though it's indirectly.
Albeit indirectly through this letter to the Luv Doc.
Right.
Maybe she's saying, remember how we felt during Snowmageddon? I miss that. Let's find our way back to that place.
Wow, we've really gone deep here.
Yeah.
But I think you've hit on something profound.
What's that?
This isn't just a story about a forgetful husband and a frustrated wife.
Right.
It's a story about the search for connection,
Yeah.
for meaning, for love that can weather any storm.
And it's a reminder that sometimes the most romantic gestures aren't about grand pronouncements or expensive gifts,
Right.
but about the quiet moments of shared understanding and support.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about finding the home slice within, so to speak.
I love that.
But I'm curious, where do we go from here? What can you take away from all this?
Well, for me, it's a reminder that relationships are a constant work in progress.
Okay.
They require effort, communication, and a willingness to evolve alongside our partners.
That's true.
And it's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful expressions of love are found not in the extraordinary, but in the ordinary moments that weave the fabric of our lives together.
So this Valentine's Day, maybe instead of stressing over the perfect gift or the fanciest dinner reservation,
Yeah.
we should focus on creating those shared experiences that foster genuine connection.
Exactly. Maybe it's cooking a meal together,
Yeah.
volunteering for a cause you both care about,
Okay.
or simply spending quality time reminiscing about the challenges you've overcome as a couple.
The point is to be present, to be engaged, and to create those lasting memories that nourish the relationship long after the flowers have wilted.
I love that.
But hold on a sec. I have one final thought that's been brewing.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if we're so focused on this couple's past that we're missing the bigger picture?
Okay.
What if their Snowmageddon pizza night wasn't the peak of their relationship,
Right.
but just like one chapter in a much longer story?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Yeah.
We've been assuming that night was some sort of romantic pinnacle they need to recapture.
Yeah.
But what if that's not the case at all?
Right. Like, what if it was simply a moment of connection, a stepping stone on their journey as a couple?
It's a brilliant point. Instead of trying to recreate the past, maybe they need to focus on creating new shared experiences
Right.
that build on the foundation they've already established.
So maybe this isn't about topping that Snowmageddon pizza,
Yeah.
but about finding the next Snowmageddon, so to speak.
Yeah.
The next challenge, the next adventure,
Yep.
the next opportunity to face life's curveballs together and come out stronger on the other side.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe their next home slice moment won't involve pizza at all.
Right.
Maybe it'll be something completely unexpected.
Yeah.
Something that reflects their evolved interests and priorities as a couple.
It's a reminder that relationships are all about growth and evolution.
For sure.
We change, our partners change,
Yeah.
and the ways we connect and express love need to change along with us.
And that evolution doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Right.
In fact, it can be incredibly exciting to discover new ways to love and support each other as we move through different phases of life.
So for our listener out there, for you,
Yeah.
the takeaway here isn't about trying to recreate some idealized past,
Okay.
but about embracing the present moment
Mm-hmm.
and looking forward to the future you're building together.
This Valentine's Day, instead of getting caught up in the pressure to find the perfect gift or recreate some magical moment,
Right.
maybe think about what makes you feel connected to your partner right now.
Yeah, that's good.
What shared experiences can you create that will strengthen your bond and bring you closer together?
It could be as simple as trying a new hobby together,
Yeah.
planning a weekend getaway,
Okay.
or even just having a heartfelt conversation about your hopes and dreams for the future.
The most important thing is to be present, to be intentional, and to create those moments of genuine connection that make a relationship truly special.
Wow. I think we really cracked the code on this one.
Well, we did.
We've gone from a Valentine's Day dilemma to a profound exploration of relationships growth and the power of shared experiences.
It's pretty amazing.
It's amazing how a simple letter to an advice column can spark such a rich and insightful conversation.
It's a testament to the power of human connection and our shared desire to find meaning and purpose in our relationships.
And it's a reminder that sometimes the best advice comes not from experts or gurus,
Right.
but from the wisdom we find within ourselves and within our own unique relationships.
Well said. And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure diving deep with you.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
To read the column that spawned this podcast, go to austinchronicle.com/columns/the Luv Doc. There are probably worse things to do with your time, right?